Hey everybody, welcome back to Sustainability Sunday. Here we are, it's already Thanksgiving week. You know, this holiday, it's one of my favorite holidays. Actually, it's by far my favorite holiday. But there are some significant environmental impacts associated with our celebrating with all of our family and friends this week. Last year, there was estimated to be about 200 million pounds of food waste generated during Thanksgiving week, and only about 6% of that food was composted and kept out of the landfill. We also know that when organic matters start breaking down in the landfill, things like food waste and cardboard, not only does it generate CO2 and other climate changing emissions, but the amounts of methane that are released in that process are vastly higher from those kind of materials. And we know that methane is a very dangerous greenhouse gas that we're looking to avoid from all of our landfill emissions whenever we can. So it's really important when you guys are celebrating Thanksgiving this week to do your best to limit some of that food waste. Again, it's my favorite holiday. I'm a huge glutton, but try to be conscious of your portion sizes and not over serving. And then of course, when you're done with your meal, be sure that you are really sending all of your guests home with some good doggy bags and some sweet leftovers. So at the end of the day, it's really important that you do your best to find the appropriate ways to compost some of that organic material. We're lucky here that in Summit County, we're able to compost all kinds of organic waste at our local landfill. And a number of the cities and towns that you folks are coming out from also have these great municipal composting programs going too. We also know that Thanksgiving is one of the most popular travel holidays out there. It's expected that there's going to be over 100 million Americans traveling for their holidays this year. So of course, carpool if you're traveling local. Do your best to reduce the trips you're taking to and from grandma's house. So luckily there is a great resource for you to address some of those travel related emissions. They're a partner of ours that we also work with through our Snow Huggers Club that lets you address your ski travel emissions. But you can go onto the Colorado Carbon Fund's website. It's just coloradocarbonfund.org and find their personal greenhouse gas emissions calculator. You can plug in the mileage of your trip, if you're flying, driving, or whatever your mode of transportation is, and it will spit out how much CO2 you've emitted and give you the opportunity to offset that through some really cool local, in-state here in Colorado greenhouse gas emissions mitigation projects. So do your best to compost if you can this Thanksgiving, and be sure to check out the Colorado Carbon Fund's greenhouse gas emissions calculator, and do your best to have a sustainable holiday. We'll see you next week.